Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel for a care guide on the Bandit Corydoras, Corydoras metae, also known as the masked Cory or metae Cory. Before we get into it, please just hit the like button and consider subscribing or leave a comment. Bandit Corydoras are native to the clear and fast-moving waters in Colombia, in the Meta River Basin off the Rio Orinoco, in areas where the substrate is sandy. They have a beige body with a black band across their eyes, with a black bar that stretches from their dorsal fin to the base of the caudal fin. They are similar to Corydoras melini, davidsandsi, and panda cories, where the difference are minuscule. For instance, one example is the black bar on the back, whether or not it stretches onto the caudal fin. They have stiff pectoral fins that can sting, so be careful if handling them. Bandit cories are a peaceful fish that like to be kept in groups, so I recommend getting at least 6 if you are interested in keeping them. They are hardy and require an easy level of care, and can live up to 5 years, where they will likely max out at 2 inches. They like to hang out on the bottom of the aquarium, so keep the substrate clean and water conditions good in order to prevent infection and erosion of the barbels. You will notice these fish dart up to the surface and take a gulp of air every now and then, because they have the ability to breathe air in low oxygen conditions. They behave more so diurnal or crepuscular instead of full-on nocturnal, so you will see them venture out a lot during the day, but mostly at dusk or dawn. Their aquarium should be minimum 20-gallon long aquarium, as height doesn't really matter to them. Temperature can be between 68 and 79 degrees Fahrenheit, with softer water of a pH between 6 and 7.5, and a general hardness between 5 and 15 degrees. Their aquarium should be planted with a lot of hiding places from rocks and driftwood. This will provide them with ample shade, which they love. I'm not going to get into the debate of sand or gravel, but I prefer to keep Corydoras and other catfish in sand, or at the very least, small smooth gravel. They dig through sand a lot easier, but make sure to keep it clean or their barbels will rot away even with sand. If you're going to get tank mates, first and foremost, I would recommend getting more Corydoras of the same species, as they like to be kept in groups of at least 6, and you will get more of a comfortable behavior from them. Other than that, they go well with other peaceful community fish that require similar water conditions. Just to name off a few, tetras, resboras, guppies, smaller barbs, small gouramis, and dwarf cichlids all work well. They should leave larger shrimp alone, but will likely prey on their babies or small shrimps. It should go without saying that you should avoid larger fish like Oscars that can easily gulp them down, or most African cichlids that will pick at them. When it comes to African cichlids, I stick to the fish that live in the same lake as them. Bandit Corydoras are omnivorous bottom feeders and will accept a wide variety of high-quality foods. Do not make the mistake thinking they will survive from leftovers of other fish. They need to be fed a proper diet just like everyone else. You can feed them a mixture of high-quality flakes, shrimp pellets, granules, sinking pellets, algae wafers, daphnia, tubifex, and bloodworms as a treat once a week. You can include blanched vegetables in their diet, such as spinach, broccoli, and zucchini. Variety is key. Female bandit cories are a little larger and rounder than the male cories, due to holding eggs. They are egg scatterers and will deposit 20 to 100 of their sticky eggs onto plants, the sides of the aquarium, or on spawning mobs. If you are looking to breed them, house 2 males for every female, and perform larger water changes around 50% with slightly cooler water to trigger spawning. The pair will adopt the classic T position where the male fertilizes the eggs that are held between the female's pelvic fins. Once the eggs are released, it is a good idea to remove the adults, or move the eggs into a tank with the same water. You can use methylene blue to prevent the growth of fungus on the eggs, which should hatch after 3 to 4 days. They will feed off their yolk sac for about 2 days, and once you notice that it's fully absorbed, you can start feeding small live foods such as microworms and baby brine shrimp. Fry require excellent water quality, and keeping a thin layer of sand on the bottom of the tank instead of a bare bottom has shown to decrease susceptibility to disease. Thanks for watching my care guide. I hope you learned at least one thing. I have many videos on my rare plecos and other fish on my channel if you want to check them out. Once again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.